2023 has been a full year with all kinds of genres that have been releasing, and we think that the RTS or the real-time strategy games didn't get enough love. So we built a list for you guys so you can pick whichever game you like in the RTS genre where you build your base just like the old days.
Before anything else, hello, this is Armea from Telplay together with Vasharal, so this is the RTS list for you guys.
Okay, so the first one on our list, it's called Silica. This is a game developed by an indie studio that seems really interesting, and I couldn't stop not to share this one. So what's this game all about? This is a hybrid between a RTS and a first-person shooter where you get to choose to either play as a commander where you build your units and as well your base, or you could choose to be an infantry where you get to shoot your enemies up front just like in any other first-person shooter. What's really interesting is that there are three races. There is an alien race and two human races that you can go and play as, and you can choose whichever unit you want, or if you want to play as a commander you can play like that. I thought it's a really interesting one. Despite the fact that it is in early access, people think to like it and they think the concept is quite interesting, and we thought that we should share this one as well because it doesn't get that much attention as it only has 1,700 users that have reviewed this game, mostly positive on Steam. And the mostly positive comes to the fact that the game is developed by a very small group of people, maybe even one person from what I understood, which is really impressive. The game really looks nice and I think it deserves to be on this list because more people should try it out and see what this game is all about.
Second on our list is Age of Darkness Final Stand. This game is RTS base building survival strategy game in which you defend your base against hordes of enemies, and what's cool about this game is that you have heroes that will fight alongside your units. And I want to mention that it is a tower defense game, so if you love this kind of genre or having this kind of element in the game, why don't you give this game a chance and try it out? On the side note, I want to mention that this game is on early access, and recently this game received a lot of very positive reviews, which is 4,949, but on the recent reviews that this game got, it's mixed, so probably it's because of the newer update because some people are complaining about so many bugs in this game. So if you are interested in trying out or see the development of this game, add it to your wish list because I can see that this game has a lot of potential.
So moving forward, we're gonna talk about another early access game which is called Dune Spice Wars. Yep, Spice Wars. Dune has been a classic RTS game, and I know a few of you might remember this one, especially those who love to play real-time strategy games. I mean the classic ways. But this one comes with a couple of twists, especially the fact that this is a 4X real-time strategy game. So basically you're gonna play between the two subgenres, the 4X and the real-time strategy, where you will go and manage your map and in the same time your units and have your battles in real time. It's a hybrid between the two, and it seems to be more and more difficult to find real-time classic strategy games that we used to love, like Warcraft, Starcraft, and other titles like Age of Empires, which we're gonna talk about later in the video. So as I said, it is a mix between the two, but that shouldn't discourage you to give this game a try. It is very positive in reviews and it has over 5,000 reviews currently in the very positive, and we think it's worth giving this game a try. Of course, it's an early access, so you have to keep in mind that there are some things that are missing out from this game, but they will be later on added. If you don't want to play it right now, at least wishlist it and add it to your reminder when this game is coming out fully released without having any other issues. We think it's really cool, and we're really happy to see that Dune is finally coming back from the dead when it was more than 20 years ago, the last title, and we barely seen anything from them. Of course, there's other IPs in the Dune universe, so if you want to go check those out, we can definitely talk about that in another video. But for now, do check this game out. I think it's really cool, and if you like both genres very much and you like the mix between them, you should definitely give this game a try.
Do you know this movie that was released back in 1997 where they went to this deserted planet and they have have to fight these monstrous bugs. And that's the game that we're gonna talk about right now. Apparently, there is a game that was inspired from the movie. It's called Starship Troopers, but this one it's called Starship Troopers Terran Command. This game, of course, is a strategy RTS campaign single-player game with tactical and tower defense, of course, where you control units and fight hordes of monstrous bugs. Basically, it's like the same as the movie before, but of course, you control your units, which is really interesting, and this game received a really positive review. This game was developed by the Artistocrat, and it's their second game. Their previous game, it received very positive reviews as well, so if you're interested in Starship Troopers, or basically you are a fan of that movie, why don't you give this game a try, and hopefully you have a ton of fun with it.
And the last one on our list, it wouldn't be an RTS list if we wouldn't talk about Age of Empires 4, the anniversary edition or whatever edition you want. This is back to the classic of Age of Empires, so if you've been a fan of this kind of games and you really enjoy it and that's why you wanted to play an RTS game, this might be a good time to go and revisit that. Of course, you have the option to play the HD remakes that Microsoft have put quite an effort to bring them back, and Age of Empires 2 is really good, so if you want to disregard the fourth one and you want to play some good old classics, I highly recommend going back and playing that one. But today we wanted to talk about something new that just came out a couple of years back in 2021, and it's very well received, and of course is very popular as is one of the best of its kind in recent times, and we haven't had a good RTS where you build your base, you build your units, and you fight each other in skirmishes, or if you want to go and play multiplayer, you can do so. Of course, the period of time it has been changed. It's a little bit much more further down the line. If you remember that Age of Empires was a little bit much more back in the days during the Stone Age period, and you had a couple of evolutions towards the medieval period. This seems to carry out furthermore in the medieval period, and it's really cool, and I think it's worth sharing this one with you, because if you haven't considered it, you should consider playing this game if the games that we listed aren't the type of jam that you actually are interested in. And yeah, pretty much that's all we want to say. It's Age of Empires 4. It's a real good classic game, and we think it's worth checking out. Now, you know very well that by this time we've been sharing in our listing videos a couple of bonuses. Today we have 3 games that we want you to check out, and I highly recommend. The first one is called Spellforce 3, The Reforced, which is a classic RTS and RPG game where you mix the two, and I played the first one and the second one, and I really love them. And if you really enjoy the story-driven RPGs with RTS elements, this game is definitely a must play. The skirmishes are great if you want to just go for that, but if you want to go for the campaign, I think it's excellent and I highly recommend it. They have come with this reforced version where you get to have a couple of tweaks and changes made to the campaign and as well to the UI and everything. I didn't play it. I played the classic Spellforce 3, but I will give this game one more time a chance to go from the beginning to the end, because I really enjoyed the campaign and I really think it's worth playing the skirmish. There is PvP you can try for free, and you have a couple of DLCs that you can try out, and I think it's great. The next one is called Iron Marines. This is a 2D type of RTS game. It has its own style and vibe to it. It's really strange looking one with a psychedelic kind of art style. I really thought it's interesting one, and it's very well received. It's very positive, but it's 2D, so it's a little bit different than the top-down kind of games that you normally see in RTSs. Still, I think it works and a lot of people appreciate it and liked it, so if you want to keep this in mind and you want something a little bit much more different, definitely check this one out. And lastly, another game that I thought it was really interesting and mixes between RPG and RTS is Ancestors Legacy. It's more realistic kind of game where you play with units from different kind of nations, the Germanic nations, you have Vikings, you have all kinds of nations. I can't recall all of them at the moment, but it's really cool. You get to have your heroes and you get to fight with them, and you units that will join you in combat, and everything is done in real-time strategy where you build your base and stuff like that. It does have a campaign, which I thought it was interesting, and I played just a couple of minutes of it, and I didn't have the chance to really deconstruct it and really talk more about it, but I thought it was really worth mentioning. It's very positive on Steam, so you definitely should check that one out. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So that's it in this list, and thank you so much everyone for sticking around until the end of this video. We wanted to let you know that we have monthly giveaway, which is gonna be next month, and we're gonna give away Plague Tale Requiem. So if you're interested in this giveaway, make sure to join in our Discord server. We've got some friendly members over there, and joining is simple. All you gotta do is like this video and comment what do you think about this list. Is there any interested game that you want to try out, or is there anything that you want to add? Maybe we missed something that we didn't know. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you are new in this channel and you love the content that we produce, feel free to subscribe to us and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss anything every time we upload something new. Once again, this is Armea from Telplay together with Vashural. This is Telplay, and we'll see you again on our next video. Take care and happy gaming!